Hi, Mike at Fit at 50 Plus. This video is on stretching. Stretching is really important for you to do before any of your exercises. If you want to have toned muscle, toned shape, do the stretching. It'll also help you to get yourself ready for exercise. It'll decrease injury, make you more flexible, and it'll increase your range of motion, which really gets important for us as we get older. So I'm going to go through a series of stretches and show you how to do them. You're going to hold each stretch for a minimum of 30 seconds. If you are over 40, add another 5 seconds. So if you're 45, make it 35 seconds. If you're 50, make it so add 5 seconds up till a maximum of 60 seconds. It's really important to do that so the message can get from your muscle, your motor units, up to your brain, back down to the other motor units, telling the muscle to relax. Okay, so the first stretch I'm going to do is a stretch that you should feel in your upper calf area. What's really important with this is a lot of people will stretch, they'll do this stretch, and they'll have this foot out to the side because this area here is tight, so the foot is out to the side. So you need to make sure, really make sure, that your toe and your heel are lined up so that they're straight. You can have all your weight on this one, not this one, but you still want to keep it straight. Okay, so we're going to be lined up here. I'm going to make sure my heel is always on the floor. If your heel comes off the floor, you can't stretch, it's too tight, then bring your foot in closer. So I'm going to make sure my heel is on the floor. Notice how I've got my hips up here. Get that heel there. I'm going to lean on here. I'm going to bring my hips forward. And I can feel that stretch now in my upper calf. If that's too much of a stretch, bring it in closer. And gradually you'll work it out further and get to where you have a better stretch. Look down, make sure your feet are lined up, and I'm going to stretch. I'm going to hold it for 30 seconds. If I took a broom and put it on the top of my head, a broom handle, and run it down there, it'd be all the way down my calf, and the ground, it would be in contact with my body, so I don't want to be here, I don't want to be too far here, I'm going to be stretched here. Hold it for that 30 seconds or +5 for your age. When you're done, switch and do the other. You may be surprised to find out that one is more flexible than the other. So adjust for each leg at the distance that you're doing it. The next stretch you're going to do is for the lower area. Ladies with the high heels and all that, if you're tight in there, you'll find that this is going to get the lower part. You're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to go here, hips are out to start, and I bring my hips in, and then I bend. By bending that knee, you'll feel that has shifted the stretch down from up to here, down to here. Again, lining up the toes, make sure they're straight, bend that, and keep the heel down. Hold that for 30 seconds, switch, get it set up, bend your knee, stretch, bring your hips forward, 30 seconds. Okay? That starts getting your lower calves. Next, you're going to do a stretch for your pectoris, your chest muscles. You want to have your foot that's right, the toe right off a door jamb, a post or something. Your toes right off it, and then your other foot is going to be staggered forward. You can just you don't want your whole arm on it like that. You just want elbow up to here, and you want your arm parallel, not up like this. You want it like this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to have your hips lined up so they're forward, and then just lean into it. You can do double duty by I'm also stretching my left calf down there. If you're going to do that, it makes sense to do it. Make sure your foot isn't turned out like this. Make sure it's lined up straight. So I'm going to do that, hold into it, keep my shoulders square across here, just lean forward into it, hold it for 30 seconds. When I'm done with that, I'm going to turn, do the other side. Line up, make sure my feet are straight. Hold it for 30 seconds. Okay, this one is a really, really important stretch. Most of us sit way too much. We're sedentary, we're sitting when we get up, go sit down and eat, sit in the car, and we're sitting when we're driving, we're sitting at work, and then we come home, we sit, and we sit and watch TV. So the hip flexor muscles get tight, it tilts our pelvis the wrong way, it's pulling it off, causes lower back pain, so this will help with with alleviating some of that. So you want to stagger step your toe right off your heel, a little wider than shoulder length, hips forward, shoulders lined up, and the leg that's back, you're going to raise that arm up towards your ear, open up, rotate back, rotate your shoulder back, not this way, but this way, and then I'm just going to lean forward a little bit and arch back just a little bit. Don't go so far that you feel a pinch in your lower back. If you do, back off of it. If it's a sharp pain, don't do it. If it's just a little bit stretching, that's okay. But work it, do it slowly. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm bending this knee here and coming forward, and I'm doing a stretch down through here. That's part of the hip flexor muscle complex, which is all throughout here. And I'm stretching that. I'm going to hold it for 30 seconds. I'm going to switch, do the other one. Now that's for people who have a hard time kneeling. So I'm going to walk over here onto the grass and show you what it looks like as a kneeling. A kneeling hip flexor stretch. Same idea. I'm going to kneel here, I'm lined up here, the leg that's down here. I'm going to have my leg forward just a little bit here, not straight, but just forward a little bit because I'm going to end up going here. And when you go here, you can feel that stretch through here. To increase the stretch, I'm going to raise my right arm here, open up just a little bit, and slide forward here. If I need something to balance myself, I can do that. I'll hold that for 30 seconds. You should feel that stretch right through here. This is a great stretch. I love the feel of this stretch here. Do it before your exercise and do it after your exercise. Let me show you from the front angle. Do the other one. I'm going to raise the arm here, open up, and come forward and stretch it there. Hip flexor stretch. Really important if you do a lot of sitting. Hey, when you're sitting watching TV at night, do this before you sit down. Sit down, watch TV for, if you're watching for 3 hours, get up at the end of the program, do your hip flexor stretches. At work, get up once an hour from work, from your desk, do a hip flexor stretch. Now the last stretch I'm going to do for the lats, the latissimus dorsi. I can use anything that rolls or has something like that can assist me. And so in this case, let's just use this soccer ball here, because a lot of you, you'll have a basketball or something that you can roll out on. And so you want to spread your knees apart, so you're a little bit wider than shoulder length, and then you're going to have the ability to sink down into it like this, like kind of a yoga stretch like that. What you're going to do is you're going to put chop here, right, this part of your hand here, somewhere in here, on the ball. You're going to sink into it. Now, I'm feeling a stretch right along here, and I'm going to increase the stretch by moving my hips, shifting my hips a little bit over that way. See if you can see, watch my hips go over, and I'll show you a different angle. I'm going to shift my hips just a little bit and sink down further. And you hold that stretch for 30 seconds. You can feel yourself sink into it. Just let your shoulder go and turn your hips here. Just turn them a little bit there and sink into it. Hold that for 30 seconds. When you're done with that, roll out. Do the other one. Shift the other way. Hold that. It's a great stretch. Really feels good in there. So there you go. Those are the stretches for the prime movers of your kinetic chain that you want to be doing before and after exercises. This is Mike, Fit at 50 Plus. Now go do your workout.